programs. Inside program, I'm creating new folder, application file. Inside application file, I will create two folders. One is for our source code SRC. Another one is for our .class files classes. Inside SRC, I will create the package. Com. Inside com. VKR. Application. I'm creating this folder as application file. Now, whatever files we are storing, we need to store into the com. VKR on application 5 folder of application 5 application SRC folder. Now I will create a class. Public class manager 1. Here our package is, I'm going to save this in the package. com.vkr.application file. Inside the manager, I'm taking main method. Inside main method, I'm declaring the variables. Int I equal to 100. Long L equal to I. Float F equal to L. Double D equal to F. System.out. Println of int value I equal to, I'm just printing I. Long value L equal to, I want to print all the values. Float value F equal to, double value equal to D. Here what is happening? Inside manager 1, we have a main method. Inside main method, I have integer variable. I just declared and defined the variable int I equal to 100. And after that, long L equal to I. The I value I am assigning to the long L variable. And in the next line, the float value, the float variable, float f equal to assigning the long value to the float. Double D equal to, we are assigning the float value of. And after that, we are just printing the all values. System.println of int value I equal to I. Similarly, L and F and D, we are just printing the all variable values. In Java, we can call this as a typecasting. We are changing from one type to another type. Here value of the type is integer type. Integer I equal to 100. The integer value type we are assigning to the long. And long value type we are assigning to the float. And float value type we are assigning to the double. We have a topic of typecasting. Assigning one data type variable value to the another data type is called typecasting. Typecasting is two types. Assigning one data type variable value to another data type variable of primitive types is called typecasting. Typecasting is two types. To comment multiple lines, it comment like this. First type is widening. Widening is automatic. See, we have seen the all data types of the all data types, primitive data types. Byte, short, int. We have long type, float and double. You have value of byte. Byte value data type, byte data type variable value. You want to assign to the short, we can assign because the byte having the memory of less bits compared to short data type. Short value, variable value, if you want to assign to the integer, we have a variable of short s1 equal to short value and assigning int I equal to s1. So that is possible. The integer value, if you want to assign to the long, it is possible. Here, integer I equal to 100, we are assigning to the long L equal to I. This is possible. This is automatic. This is called auto widening. What is auto widening? Assigning automatically the most specific variable data type value to the most generic one second. Now we can tell whenever we call what is auto widening, the data type orders the data type order is byte short int long float double. Assigning least data type variable value to any other higher data type variable value is automatic in Java. We can call this as a auto widening. Here, whenever we are creating object to the integer, object means creating primitive data type int I equal to 100. I created long L equal to I. The least integer is the least data type variable value. That variable value we are assigning to the higher data type. Higher data type is here long or float or double. You can assign to any one of the higher data type value. That is called auto widening. I'm just saving this in the application file src com vkr application file. manager1.java. I'll take one new file. So I'll put all my definition there. What is another typecasting? Narrowing explicitly. You can call this as an explicit typecasting. Now the order of data types is byte short int long float and double. Now I have created the variable of double D equal to 100.01. I want to convert double value to the integer, or I want to convert double value to the float. I want to assign the double value to the float or long or int or short or byte. This is called, we have higher data type value. The higher data type value we are assigning to the lower data type variable value. That is not possible in Java automatically. We have to explicitly tell compiler, just convert the double value to the float, convert the double value to the long, convert the double value to the integer. Assigning higher data type variable value to any other lower data type variable value is not automatic. We need to explicitly typecast. Is called narrowing. You can call this narrowing as a explicit typecast also. For example, long L equal to 100.0. I have the long variable. Now I want to assign the long value to the integer. Int equal to L. This will give compiled error. We have to tell explicitly convert this value to the integer. This is called explicitly typecasting. Whatever data type we want to assign, we have to put this into the brackets before the variable value. Long L equal to 100, int I equal to int L. This is an example of explicit typecasting. Now we can run the first example, then we can go on to run the next example. So I'm just saving this into the application file folder. Now for running our code, go to the command prompt, cmd my code is in the view drive. Program folder. Inside of program, application file, src, javac -d // com/vkr/application 5/manager1.java. You can see whether a compilation success or not. Now compilation is success. Now go to the classes. com vkr dot application 5 dot manager 1. Now we are just running our code to print all the values, whatever values we have declared. Now output is fine. Now this is the auto widening. Automatically the lower data type value we are assigning to the higher data type value. This is called auto widening. This is called typecasting. Now we can take the next example. What is explicit downcasting? Class manager 5, manager 2. This class I am writing in the package. Package com dot vkr dot application 5. Public static void main string args. Public static void main, inside public static void main I have variable double d equal to 100.01. I declare a double variable. I want to assign the double variable value into the float. Float f equal to d. This is not possible. We have to explicitly downcast this. It will give compile time error. I am just keeping that. Converting float value to long. Long L equal to f. This is also not possible because f is a higher data type variable value. That higher data type variable value we are assigning to the lower data type. F is a higher data type variable value that is having the memory space of more than the long data type. So the higher value we can't assign into the small space of lower data type value. Now the long data type space is, let us assume the space is 32 bits, and the long value if you want to assign to the integer value space is 16 bits. Take example. Correctly the integer space is 32 bits and long is 64 bits. 64 bits data we are putting into the integer lower space. We can't put big data into the small space. So we'll get the compile time error. We have to explicitly downcast that value. Here, converting long value to int value. Int I equal to L. This is also not possible. We have to explicitly downcast this. Now let's compile this. Then after seeing the error messages, I will correct this. System.out. Println of double value equal to d. I'm just printing the float value. System.println of float value equal to f. System.out. Println of int value equal to I. Whatever programs I am telling, just note down all the programs. In the interview, they won't ask only the question, they'll ask to write a program also. If they are asking you to write a program, if you're not practicing any programs, we won't able to write any program in front of interviewer. Just note down whatever programs we are discussing and practice. You can also write your own programs. Now I am converting the data type from the long to integer. Similarly, you can convert the data type from integer to short to byte. So there also we need to explicitly convert the value. I'm just saving this manager2 in the src com vkr application 5 folder. Now let's see what all errors we'll get. Go to the src java c -d $classes com/vkr/ application 5 / manager2.java. Now here incompatible types. The conversion from double to float is not possible directly. We have to explicitly tell the compiler convert this value to the lower data type value. Here, how to change the value, how to explicitly typecasting. Now I am double value I am converting and putting into the float. So we are telling to the compiler, just convert that value to the float, explicitly typecasting. Now the float value I want to convert and put into the long. Explicitly I am telling convert it to the long. Similarly, the long value I want to convert into the int. Explicitly I am converting to the int. Now here integer value you can convert to the byte. Byte value you can integer value you can convert to the short by telling explicitly. Short value you can convert into the byte, because byte is a very lower space allocated data type. Double is the most higher space allocated data type in the memory. Now control S. Just compile now. Now compilation success. Go to the classes java com/vkr/ application 5 / manager2. Now this is possible. We are telling explicitly compiler just convert those values.